Hey everybody, Rich here, South Florida Beekeeping with Rich. So, started an experiment last week, and today we're going to see how that experiment played out. Hive number 2 had gone queenless, and they retreated out of a box of comb, and I didn't catch it in time, and some wax moth got into it. Now, I could have just thrown everything into the freezer, killed it all off, and then chopped out what was left and melted it down for wax. But instead, I decided to sacrifice the comb and get the answer to a question I've been asked many times and I don't know the answer to. So that question is, will the paradichlorobenzene kill the moths if you just seal everything together? It does a great job of repelling them, but will it kill them? So I decided to find out whether or not paradichlorobenzene actually does kill moths, as I've heard some people claim. The big difference between repelling moths and killing their brood and such. So this is just like the stuff they call paramoth. It's 99.6%. Same thing, only this comes from the dollar store. So if anybody remembers the little thing we did before, I took a queen excluder, put it on top of a stack, put a bunch of moth balls in a lid. The fumes are heavier than air, so they sink down. I sealed the front of this, and I sealed the vented bottom on that so that we'd have a sealed head. And I am looking at a living greater wax moth on the frame right here. That's the one with the boat-shaped rear. I'm going to see if I can kill him before he gets away. Got him. Good deal. So, obviously, it may make them sluggish, but it doesn't kill them. Let's find out how much is left of all of this comb, if any.
Larva just fell off that comb onto the table. No, right there. Do you see it?
I do not. Oh, there it is. I don't think it came from in the comb. I think it was
hanging
crawling
off.
I think it was crawling along the wood.
Yeah, it was hanging off the frame by a thread.
Okay, well, we'll keep going, but I think we have our answer.
Yeah, does not kill moths.
It does not kill them. It doesn't kill the moths. It doesn't kill the eggs. It doesn't kill the larvae. But along with that, I put a lot of trash comb in here that I was going to get rid of anyway. And I'm not seeing. Okay, what do we have here? That's a dead lesser wax moth. But he's dead. Okay. I don't see any progress. We get into the bottom. Trust me, it's going to get better. I put the stuff on the top to see if they would move up into it or not. And it doesn't look like they have much. That larvae that we found on that frame was just crawling along. Well, it also doesn't do anything about palmetto bugs.
Ew.
They're perfectly happy as well. And if you look right here, okay, when I pulled that out, a wax moth had pupated there. So that was probably the one we saw. And there's a wax moth in the act of pupating there.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, the fact that you don't see more of them, does that mean that it eventually might kill them?
I don't think it would eventually kill them. I think it just slowed them down.
I see.
Look at this little one here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I got these at just the right point for the most top part. That one was underneath there and going in. The divots I mentioned in another video I did. about how they make little canoe-shaped divots.
Yeah.
Shame I'm not going fishing or have anything. Okay, so again, the adult moths came up here in the top. And got into some of that.
So let's get into the bottom.
The bottom box.
Oh my God, it's full of webs.
The bottom box is the gross one.
It's full of webs.
Yes, because it's what I was going to do.
Ew.
Yes, there were 2 sets of 2, these 2 and these 2, that were very heavily in the center, an area about like this, were very heavily full.
Yeah, and they still are.
Yes,
Ew.
obviously. We're all right, we're going to pull this out and gross you out.
I'm already grossed out. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh. Oh.
So.
Oh. What? Can you just put that whole box in the freezer? Or oh my God. Oh my God. They're crawling everywhere.
Yes, dear.
Yikes.
These 2 frames and then those 2 frames were sealed right in the middle. Now, interestingly enough, while they followed through, this is pretty much the extent that these were infested before. I really expected to see more of the rest of this destroyed. But now you can look at the damage. See the divots that they make? So if you wonder what people talk about when they say the divots that are made by wax moths.
They've chewed the wood.
Okay, get a close up here. Here we have a greater wax moth. You notice how she has a keel shape. Her wings are folded and she has a boat keel shape to the wings.
Mm-hmm.
They're arched. She's not flat, like a delta winged aircraft. Oh, and by the way, I'm doing this in here within the screened room with the, I'll have the bug light turned on so that anything that escapes from me here will get zapped by the bug light. That mass is actually moving.
Why do you think I was grossed out? It's all slimy, wormy under there. I mean, yeah, fishing.
Hey, I got the title for the video. The grossest video I ever did.
Yeah, this one's pretty gross.
Yeah. There you go. Look at these.
Ugh.
They were. Well, we know the answer now.
Yeah, freezer.
It's freezer or nothing, guys.
So far.
Yeah, well.
And the freezer doesn't hurt the wax.
No, the freezer stops everything cold. Now, I haven't tried, and I'm not going to try the glacial acetic acid. It's very expensive. There we go. Here's the other 2 that were badly done.
And they still are.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you really did sacrifice the comb, didn't you?
Yes.
Oof.
I've got plenty of good comb. So.
Oh, look at that mass. I'm really glad I haven't eaten lunch yet. I don't think I'm hungry anymore.
Snack?
I'm not a bird, thank you.
Yeah. There you go. It's a chicken charcuterie board.
That would be funnier if it wasn't so gross.
Oh, God. I just love watching that stuff move. I feel like I'm in a horror movie.
I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but this stuff is all
moving.
kind of, yeah.
And you can see in here, I'm going to kill this adult moth.
There's all kinds of stuff moving in the box, too.
It's living in the fridge.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be living if it was in the fridge. Okay, so
no.
We have
this is not going in my refrigerator.
3 of them that are attached over here. Oh. We're going to again show you the divots. Oh, is that a great shot or what?
Yeah. You could enter that in the Honeybee Expo photography thing.
Click, click, click.
Yeah. Oof. One of them climbed underneath. Oh, I guess he can't get out. He's climbing down the side. There's a few more things living.
Remember,
in there.
these grubs can travel up to 50 yards.
Yeah, can we end the video so I can stop
No.
looking at this?
No, but we can look at something that is a little less gross at this point. I have a bonus feature for you. Okay, and the bonus feature is
Moth.
Hmm?
Moth, right there.
Thank you.
Ooh.
I got that moth. Okay. Obviously, I'm going to have a lot of cleanup to do here in a little bit. But now for the bonus feature. I am an all 8 frame medium beekeeper, and this is a 10 frame deep box, so it's obviously not mine. So this is old. The person did do quote unquote the right thing by dumping the frames out of this box and dumping this box out in sunlight, which does tend to repel things. But again, I can't stress enough that as far as I'm concerned, you should have a bucket of soapy water in your apiary, because if someone comes into their apiary and finds this situation and all they do is break it open and release it, every one of these cocoons had a moth in it. And the apiary that this was tossed to the side of is completely destroyed at this point. Okay, at some point in the near future, I hope to receive permission to go in and clean it up. This was tossed to the outside, and people were complaining about the debris on the outside.
So what you're saying is that all those cocoons that are now empty housed moths that went back into the apiary and kept reproducing.
Yeah, because that's the only place, that's where the wax was. This was dumped 5 feet outside the front door of an apiary building.
And so it did no good.
And so all it did was destroy everybody else's, because this is all the owner of this box did, was just dump it. Don't know who that owner was. I can't name any names. I don't know them. But
well, and we're not into public shaming.
Yeah.
We're into public education.
Yeah, but this is all he did. All he did was that whole apiary, which had a number of different people's boxes in it, is just all gone now. It's just ravaged equipment, and this is probably why he didn't have anything there. Had the guy been able to take this apart, scrape all this out, and dump it into a bucket of soapy water, then things could have turned out a lot different in that apiary. But at this point, I just wanted to keep that until I did another video on wax moths. So there we go. Answer to the question: no, paradichlorobenzene does a good job of repelling moths and keeping them away from your equipment, particularly if you do it right. In other words, freeze the frames, put them in boxes, put the box inside a bag, and put the paradichlorobenzene on top of the box and seal the bag. And I have 2-year-old comb in there that has no damage in it whatsoever. But trying to use paradichlorobenzene as a gas to kill it, that's not going to work. So this has been Rich, South Florida Beekeeping with Rich. Be sure to like and subscribe for more gross videos like this one.